Hey guys, it's me, Donut Diamond reading. Today we'll be continuing Timmy Failure, and today we're going to be reading chapters 3 to chapters 4. Okay, let's start. Chapter 3. The Timmy Empire Strikes Back. All I need to solve the Gunner case is 5 minutes of peace, but I can't get it because of this man. Yup. He's an old man, Crocus. He is my teacher. And he stands at his bewildered whiteboard for 6 hours a day to tell me things that he could bore the fur of a furless squirrel. Old man Crocus is 187 years old. He smiles and he's bent over like he's got a sack of potatoes hanging from his head. That would be useful if I were making French fries, but I'm not. I'm building a detective agency empire. And there is nothing in my classroom that is going to help me there. Except maybe the world map on the wall, which is why I have taken it and filled it with territories that will have total failures officers within 5 years. A good teacher would reward the sort of intuitives, but not old man Crocus. He says, "What has Captain Figurehead done now?" and eliminates my hard work with correction fluid. So I take my face and eliminate his. I think that's tit for tat, but he sees it differently. So he moves me to a grouping of desks with the 3 smart kids in the hope that they'll rob me on. They are surely hoping that I rob on them. One of them is Molly Moskin. She is a nuisance. She smiles too much and smells like a tangerine. Molly Moskins, aka Tangerine Girl. The rounded boy is Rolo Tocus. We have plenty of time, so we can talk about him later. And the girl whose face I've observed is someone I am never, ever going to talk about ever, no matter what. So fine, let's talk about the rounded boy. Chapter 4. Meet Rolo Tocus. The first thing you need to know about Charles Rolo Tocus is that he is not smart. Yes, he has a 4.6 grade point average, but that is because he studies, obviously. If I studied, my average will also be 4.6 instead of what it currently is, which is 0.6 if I round up. Why Rolo studies as Rolo studies is a mystery to everyone but Rolo. If you ask him about it, he will yammer on about how if he studies, he will get good grades, and how if he gets good grades, he can one day get into a university called Stanford, and how if he gets in Stanford, he can get a good job and makes a lot of money. Detectives have a word for that. Boring. In fact, that brings up another one of the founding principles of my Failure Inc. One which I have memorized on the sole of my right shoe. Don't be like Rolo. I feel sorry for the poor kid if he had a parent making him do this, but he doesn't. He chooses to do it, which proves he is not smart. So the best I can do is to be supportive. Try not to criticize his defensive, which can be hard when I hang out in his room and kick my feet up. Unwinding in Rolo's room at the end of a long day at the agency is one of the ways I support him. I tell him about the cases I'm working on and he studies. I think it's exciting for him to hear my stories. After all, it's obvious that Rolo would be a detective if he could. He just doesn't have the tools. That, of course, doesn't stop them from making amateurish comments about my cases, which can get really annoying. Like today, I mentioned the Gunner case and how he has a messy brother named Gabe, and Rolo said perhaps the stupidest thing he's ever said about one of my cases, which was this: "Maybe Gabe ate the candy. Told you he was an idiot." Hey guys, I read chapter 3 and chapter 4. check out this channel to see more of me reading books and this book. Bye!